Round 1 of Elite. First time coming out of qualifying. We were playing at Victoria Gardens. Alright, so playing off the white tees round 1. High winds, very firm, fast. I'm thinking that even though balls are gonna go away next week, we've got balls this week. So let's put on something to bring that speed down just a little bit. I think the red line, because I think I'd rather have the distance and lose the roll, because the extra spin on these, the extra spin has really thrown me off. So I'd rather the roll play the same and just have the have the spin be. Yeah, so let's play with the aviators. Just take the extra yardage and leave everything else the same. Change the green speed. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Decided to not unlurk, but felt unnatural not to say good luck. Thank you for the luck, guys. Hey, what's going on, Trippin'? How we feeling this week? Alright, let's get this thing curling, sit it in the fairway. A little bit fast, a little bit pulled, that's alright. We've got a lot of room to work over here. I'm not too concerned about it off the tee. Hey, what's up, Billy? How's it going, Sean? TP for your bunghole? Little cornholio? First to congratulate me on the oh, thank you, Wayne. I feel like I've worked really hard for it. You know, it's been a long time coming. Okay. Sandwich definitely feels like it would be a little bit long here. But not by much. Not by much. I'm just gonna give it a touch of backspin. I actually think it's gonna be okay. The more I look at it. Hey, what's up, Stan? Thank you for the luck. Alright. It's a little bit slow. Yardage feels good. Is good. Perfect. A little bit off target. Like quite a bit to the right. I know we hit it slow. All right, in there for the first. In there for the first. Pretty flat hole location? Yeah, but I'm notorious for if something seems flat. Completely misjudging it and missing, so. Hey, Shotzi, thank you for the luck. Okay, gotta make sure we get the brakes on. A little bit slow, but it's coming over. Good line. It's not gonna release all that much because I didn't want it to. So it just ended up being a little bit short, but we're leaving ourselves with at least medium length putts. Obviously, you always want to be leaving yourself closer than this. But I feel like I need to look behind the hole on these just to remind myself how much these break. It's one thing that I definitely don't tend to do in normal rounds is look from behind, and maybe that's Maybe that's a mistake that I make compared to True Sim. That's way too firm. That's way too firm. All right, so just gotta be mindful there. It's a flat putt, and I'm aimed past the hole, so I probably should on that one pull that aim back a little bit. So like that's completely on me for not being a little bit more mindful of it. Either way, I think I'm still missing that on the high side, but all right, we've got a pretty substantial wind. That being said, we do have more flight on this ball, so it's probably gonna pierce the wind just a little bit more. So maybe play this with a little shape. It's off left to right. We're gonna shape it left to right. Wind should kind of hold it up. It's gonna play it a little bit away from the bunker. Ah, fast. Get down. Really good distance control. Really good distance control. Feels like it breaks. Definitely feels like it. Okay. Back in for bird we go. Back in for bird we go. That's what we like to see. So let's get some extra carry on this. Give it a little backspin. Send it. Yeah, that swing is just looking so much better. So much better. Just gotta hope we can keep it that way. But at least I've like figured out what change I made to get it to that point, so. 7-iron is going to land probably somewhere back in here. Bounce forward and a little release. Everything's right to left with wind going that same direction too. So I gotta probably be mindful of that. A little bit fast. Come on, get right, get right, get right. Oh, that's too much. Break green speed ratio seems closer to 2019. I wouldn't be able to I don't know anything about that, so I'll take your word for it. Okay, so this shot should be going a little bit left to right, left to right. Oh, just hit it a little too fast. But it is a par 5 and we're in there for a tap-in bird, so I kind of didn't realize that was a par 5 approach, so okay. Default shot wants to put us in the bunker. That's fun. 7-iron into a pretty strong wind. Probably somewhere in the 15-mile-an-hour ballpark, which would certainly leave us a little short. I'm gonna give it just a touch of D-loft. Little fast. And a 102. Yeah. Little long because of that. Sit, sit, sit. Okay. Short one, that's probably okay to hit a little bit firmer. That one's probably okay to hit a little bit firmer. One thing that I need to test, what I want to see is, does going full backspin on a drive, does the extra carry you get outweigh the extra roll? I almost want to say yes, considering it gives you like 14 yards, or at least my driver, because of the shaping, gives like 14 yards extra carry. I don't think you're going to necessarily get 14 yards on the ground consistently. We go 8-iron, that's definitely long, but I think 9-iron is short. 9-iron's also going to play quite substantially. Hoping that this is the right shot shape here. It's still, yeah, that's what I was concerned about. But I thought maybe, just maybe, a little bit of fade would be enough, but that just fires off so far to the left. Definitely a tough thing to judge that. Gonna hit it pretty firm and it's gonna turn in the middle. But also need to make sure that we don't get too far offline. I don't want to play this out too far right. Absolutely huge putt. Here we go. Massive. Massive. Ooh, the drop. Well, it's a drivable 4, but we've got a lot of... Our driver goes very far. I was first, wait. We've got plenty of golf left, Wayne. Cool your jets here, sir. Okay, so the question becomes, if you play it in here, can we get ourselves close enough on a splash? Because otherwise it's a layup, and then you're putting a lot of faith in the wedge. I'm gonna go for it. I'm feeling it. Ah, too far. It's okay, we'll be back here in the fairway, have a chip back up to it. You're a nerd and yell boomstick when you hit good shots? Boomstick. See, because at least from this angle, we should have a pretty decent chance of being able to... Not a decent chance, but we have a better chance of holing. Oh, I hit it short, and it's gonna break. Darn. Really, really, really good shot. Like, just from a mechanics standpoint. Oh, okay. Got scared leaving it. Got scared leaving it 7 feet short, but I just have to get more familiar with my wedges. I will say my chips, I don't quite have the knowledge because I feel like I always have to put the brakes on. I just haven't quite gotten it down to the point that I should. Alright, we're putting some brakes on this shot, putting some faith in ourselves. Oh, the one time I push it. Oh, the one time I push it. Had the yardage. It would have actually still released quite a bit. See, and that right there is why I have trust issues. That right there is why I have trust issues. It very well might be, though, because of the length of the chip. Like, on the shorter ones, you need more brakes, and on the longer ones, not quite as much, because it's just a fuller swing, so there's more spin on it naturally. Alright, so far, par 3s are the only thing that we haven't overcome, which is kind of funny because on other shots you still are required to hit a good approach in order to get your putt, but maybe it's just the length of the par 3s versus the length of the approaches that we've had. Alright, 13-mile-an-hour wind. Gonna lose a little bit here. Drive this thing out into the 70s, bounce and release on the 9-iron. I feel like I need a little bit. I feel like it's not going to want to quite release the way that I want it to. Slow is not what we needed, because that's going to be short and right. I suppose it's better than fast. I would have liked to be a little bit closer to perfect on that, but that's just not enough commitment from the stroke. I think that's what happens too when I like hold on to the swing a little bit longer to try and get the tempo, and I end up just hitting it overpowered and then missing the tempo anyway. Let's get good pace on this. Try and guarantee the bird. What was that swing playing? It was like I hesitated and like I had this weird jerking motion at the top. All right, that's 7 under through 9 though. No eagle. That is a-okay. On the practice swing, short chips, the club goes back and then recoils in slow motion. Then the actual shot always hits a massive red fast. I don't practice swing, so I can't really help you on that one, unfortunately. Need some D-loft. Wind's been playing a little more than I expect, so I'm gonna play that. Better tempo. Ended up overplaying the wind. It's alright. I don't know, maybe there I'm supposed to go up a club and shape it. Maybe I'm a little bit too fast to get on the 7-iron there. What a time to start making some long putts. Oh, you're just saying when you do the pullbacks. I haven't noticed the tempo. See, the thing is, I don't think that has anything to do with the actual I don't think that has anything to do with the action leading up to it. I think that just has to do with the fact that partial chips have really fast tempos to begin with. All right, I gotta lay this one up. Driving it over there, I don't feel like it's flat enough to hold, and I feel like I'm gonna end up in more trouble than it's worth. All right, we're just gonna give this one brakes. Expect it to sit down. A little bit fast. No, 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 no. All right, well, that's probably better than being short-sighted in the bunker here. All right, these always seem to roll out more, so I'm gonna play this guy a little bit short. Tough. I don't know, part of me is like, it's flat enough. I would probably be better off trying to putt that. I just don't know how much pace to give something there, and that's where I become a bit of a coward. Definitely got bailed out though. I mean, if we hit that slow and can find the green, we have a chance at a pretty decent putt. But once we go off the green there, I feel like our chances go way, way down. Hey, what's up, Moose? Thank you for the luck, man. 280. Yeah, it's uphill and into the wind. I have to wonder, is there any potential benefit for going over here? I mean, leave yourself like a little flop, I guess. Because I trust the yardage, right? And like, best case scenario, we go left and on the green. If not, maybe we're too close for, oh no, 40 yards. That's too much, but like a stock lob wedge here. Stock lob wedge, let the wind go, let it release. It should roll out at least a little bit. Probably won't get all the way there, but I don't want to be too long. Okay, don't go fast on this. It's a little low. Okay, so wind actually gets that to bite, which is interesting. I know wind doesn't affect the yardage that much, but I guess it does affect the spin of the shot. All right, let's try and make this birdie putt. Huge birdie putt. All right, not leaving the par 5 unscored. That's good. Not leaving the par 5 unscored is a very good thing. That's 350 to carry. That's not gonna get the job done. I don't think we get to 400 yards. And this should be enough for just like a little pitch shot here onto the green. The only problem with that becomes the yardage. As it is uphill. Carried 341 on a 101%. Yeah, just you know, a little bit of tailwind helping you out. All right, we're just gonna have to de-loft the gap wedge pitch. I knew that I did the I don't know why I do this from time to time, but I did not have the way that pitch swing is. I sometimes just like lose grip on it because the swing takes so long. That's so bad, but like I know why that happens. Oh, that's terrible. That is absolutely horrible. I gotta go a club up and just spin it, because if I go with the lob wedge, we're gonna be short guaranteed. Yeah, that's just, I have to play it safe. I have to play it safe. That's a complete mistake though on the approach shot there. I know that pitch shot is my kryptonite, and I didn't take care enough. All right. Bogey it is. That stings. That stings. I gotta be able to get to the green area and two. Can't be doing that. All right, let's make up for it. Let's make up for it. All right, there you go, Wayne. We carried 345 on that one. The 102. All right, sand wedge pitch gonna come up short. Gap wedge pitch gonna be long. So let's give this some D-loft. The pitches do have some like bounce and roll. Now what we need to do is I need to hold on to this pitch and actually swing through it. Like that. See, was that so hard? Freaking thing almost drifted low side. All right, good comeback. Good comeback. Now let's finish strong. Because we've definitely been playing well, right? In my eyes, we've been playing well, been playing very steady. Got a few holes left. Let's go from playing well to playing great. Put ourselves in a good spot. Uphill shot into wind. Feel like we would be playing this short. Should pierce with the flight a little bit, and then I think with a little bit of D-loft we can cut it. Because I think if we go up to 200, it's going to be too much. So let's try and pierce this a little bit. pull kill. I mean, the fact that it's in the direction of the slow is not good, but that pull is what really does us in there. I guess we're just gonna look through the bush to make this swing. Oh man. So close to hole in one. So close to hole in one from off the green there. Alright, wedge shot should be something for us to be happy about. I'm gonna give this some D-loft, so I think we're gonna need it. Little slow. Good yardage. It's not the right direction to miss tempo. Alright, left ourselves with a 15-footer. Uphill a little. We're kind of on what seems to be a little bit of a ridge. So I think it's gonna start on that ridge and just turn. But if we go too far outside, we're gonna end up missing this to the right. We've made some very big long putts this round. That's been the big thing that's gotten us to score. Like, you have to be able to score long putts because proximity is not always going to be there. And that's always such a difference maker. Yeah, making some long putts can very easily be the difference between a 5-under round and a 15-under round. Like, maybe that's a little bit dramatic, but 5-under to 10-under, you know, is the swing and making a few from longer range. I'm gonna take a lob wedge full here. We've got a little bit of a downhill lie once we get up onto the green. So I think it's gonna take off a bit to the right, drift a little right, and then hopefully sit and release a little. Little fast, that's gonna hold it left and be a little bit longer. I really don't like these putts. I just need to make that abundantly clear. Just like the short little, it's like an inch downhill, super short, little bit of break. Like, those are ones that I can miss so many of them. What's going on, Marcus? Breaks at the, yeah, like, because the problem is you have to hit it so gently, right? It's downhill, you're trying not to lose it. You know, so you're hitting it softer so it just breaks more down the hill. It's rough. So how many putts have I? Yeah. Precisely that. All right, so finishing on a par 5. Lose a little bit of yardage here. It's gonna be how far is this gonna carry? Into the 220s. And then we've got this hill. I feel like 5-iron's gonna release, so I'm gonna trust it. We're gonna trust that the 5-iron gets the job done. I don't want to shape a 4-iron. What a time to hit a perfect. And a 102 at that. Wow. That hill just bites. That hill just bites. I thought maybe we could bounce over it a little bit more. Because if it gets up just a bit more than this, I think we are certainly in a position for it to release. It's a little bit back at the end, but I feel like as we hit this, it should turn. Just come back at the end there. Come on. Let's make a big eagle putt. Why not? Why not? Here we go. All right. 13 under round one. Huge finish. Huge finish. Love that. Love that. Struggler card revoked.